is on a standard Soro auto box, and that effectively means that he can't just rev it up and dump the clutch like people in manual cars can. Heath has to manually shift it from low gear into second and leave off the converter, so he doesn't quite have the same luxury.
Okay, here we go. We're switching them around. Now we've got Heath, Bamford in the lead, and Edgar in the chase. I feel like that's going to be a very interesting one. Now Heath is going in an epic lead line just like before. Edgar is keeping his distance. He's keeping it smart, and now we're starting to catch up slowly and slowly. Into Rogerson. Very nice chase by Edgar, and Heath is giving him all the opportunities out there. Oh, Edgar over-rotates a little bit and loses a bit of the gap while Heath is shooting forward all the way to the finish line. Wow. I think Edgar didn't expect Heath to shoot forward there as much.
It's got some torque, as that's all. It's all low down power with the supercharged UZ in it. So let's see which way this goes. I'm curious. And it is Edgar's that gets the win in the 1 Series, ladies and gentlemen. Please give it up for Mr. Heath Bamford, driving without the use of his legs, of course.
Okay, well, Harry, who we got next?
I do believe this is Mr. Ninja Drift Neregus and Mr. Tobias Walker.
Wow, what a battles. I'm actually really proud to see this. This is 2 students of mine, 2 drivers. Got better and better. Really cool cars.
Yeah, you got Compact versus Saloon, you got JZ versus LS.
That's like all the battles that everyone's battling about on the internet. This is literally in one battle. Who's going to win? Who's going to be the 4-door craziness, or is it going to be the 2-door compact? Let's see what happens. Oh, Toby's taking a run back. That's what I was wondering, because I did speak to Toby just before he left, and he didn't tell me he was against Naridis. I believe there was a bit of a confusion there. Let's see what happens.
Have we mistreated somebody here? No, there we go. We're just swapping it round. We had them in the wrong order, so it is in fact Toby to lead and Neregus to chase.
Let's go. Toby leaving the line. Neregus, he's leaving at the same time as him. He's going to be on his rear bumper on initiation. But Toby shoots forward, initiates with a good weight transfer through zone 1 really nicely. Neregus is keeping his cool, keeping the proximity. Oh, a little bit of a shallow up there. Going to put him in the wrong place. Toby is shooting forward. Very, very nice line by Toby. Neregus, oh, shoots across and spins out. That could have been a lot worse, but he makes a good thing out of it. Toby Wall is just shooting forward and wondering, where is Neregus? Where is he?
Yeah, absolutely. Neregus lucky to escape there with just a bruised ego. Like I say, that could have been really, really bad for both drivers involved, but fortunately Neregus was able to gather it up, save both the cars. I'm sure most of these drivers would take a spin over and crash any day of the week. But absolutely, that is proper 10/10 driving there from Neregus. He's Mr. 10/10. Never leaves it all, never leaves anything to chance, ladies and gentlemen. just having a small moment here on the grid. Now we've got all the sand and gravel out of Nergis' car, and here we go, Nergis lead, Toby to chase.
Oh, Toby's right on the bumper. He's pushing hard. He doesn't care the Nergis spin. He wants to do some practice for battles. He wants to get it on the door of people. Keeps it right through zone 2. Onto the transition. Keeps his composure, keeps his line. It doesn't matter what Narius is doing. He is keeping his line. Narius now shoots forward in the LS. Will it be enough to upset the run 1? I don't think so. Wow.
Yeah, big gap pulled there by Nergis with the low down torque. Obviously, Toby kind of left standing on the exit of Luna, but I don't know if it'll be enough to, and it won't be. It may not be enough to overturn the spin from him in the first run. So we're just going over the decision now. And it is young Toby Walker for the win in the compact. Now, Yogi, that must have been bittersweet. It's a real Sophie's choice there. Two of your students.
But I'm happy anyway. It's both drivers. They're both happy. I love it. And Toby's going to walk to the next. He was very excited for this round. So hopefully it's going to be a good round for him. For now, we're going to move on to the next battles. I'm very excited to see. But first, we have a few drivers leaving the line.
So just while we of missing aero from the track, we just have a brief moment of downtime. We're just going to get the next pair down to the burnout box. Now, I do believe that this is the battle between
I'm excited for this
Bennett
one. We got Bob Spray.
Yeah, Michael Bennett and Rob Spray.
So Rob Spray in his crazy S14. I don't know what he's running in there, but
2J.
2J for the win. He's got a lot of power, while Michael in his like practice car, it's basically a V8. I mean, it's more than enough to win anything. So he's got a 4.4 V8.
Good battle again when you think about it. You've got German versus Jap, you've got S-Body versus E36,
and
you've
V8
got
versus JZ. It's all in the matter, but we got Michael Bennett leading first because he qualifies in 12th place. And to be honest, if he does that gangster entry from his second run again and holds it off, I'll be very happy with that because that was sick. But let's see what happens.
Michael's most definitely a gangster, so let's see what happens when we're off.
Definitely gangster. There we go. He's leaving the line. Rob Spray is right on the bumper. Nice entry by Michael. Rob is right there on the door. He's pushing him around through first corner already. Transitioning to clip 2. Wow, Rob is on point, but Michael is giving him a brilliant lead line to chase. Into Rogerson. Oh, Rob had a bit of a problem. He's straightened up. A lot of adjustment in the chase. And now straight onto the door around Lunar. Oh, Rob Spray stalls it again. I wonder what happened there.
I think that's just the issue of chasing a car when you have double the power there. I think you can see Rob was really on and off the one, trying to keep behind Michael.
At the same time, I'm going to say this, Michael possibly could have been more, don't say more fluid, but he slowed down a little bit in places. But he's allowed to. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't have power.
You're not calling your close friend a sandbagger, are you?
No, what? That doesn't exist. I don't actually think, I haven't seen somebody sandbag anyone in about 5 years in drifting. It used to be a thing.
I remember a certain Nissan Skyline from BDC days that would do a very, very long second to third shift down the straight at T-side.
Yeah.
Then let it go, and then go into third.
But that was an epic battle. Rob absolutely nailed the chase. Like, almost places, he was right on the door. So now the question is, can Michael return a favor? He's done an epic lead line. can he do as good as a chase? He's leaving the line before Rob. He's going side by side. What is going to happen? Big flick edge. Oh, Michael's right on the door on initiation. Can he hold it? Absolutely. Makes a transition before Rob. Oh, almost. That would have been so sick, so gangster. And now Rob through the Rogerson, throughout the zones. Michael is trying to catch up, but he's just built too much of a gap. Now onto the last two clips, and it looks like Rob is on a rocket ship forward.
Yeah, that was definitely a gangster dive there from Michael, but just couldn't quite hold it, bless him.
Basically, for the last 2 years, we've been asking Michael, come on, we want to see some gangster stuff. And now he's doing gangster stuff, and it's almost we're getting it. What an amazing thing. I want to see it one more time, if I'm honest. I'd like to see it one more time. I'm not saying that's the right call, because I don't know anything. I think the judges are going to deliberate. Who is it going to be? And the winner is Rob Spray! Takes the win and moves on to the top 16. And Michael buys down very early this weekend, but it's fine. He's doing it for fun because his main purpose is tomorrow with Jack.
Yeah, Michael stepped back into more of a spotting role for Jack, who's obviously a young gun, a rising star in drifting now. It's cool to see Michael and Jack out because Yogi and I have both been there sort of at the start of their drifting journey, because I remember them sort of 5 or 6 years ago when they were just getting into it, and it's cool to see them now competing at national level.
I mean, you say that, as much as I want to say this, Jack is now taller than anyone else I know. He's like still growing, and I actually remember him when he was like a tiny little kid.
I remember before he had facial hair.
Before anything, man. He was a 12-year-old kid, very shy, and he started drifting, and everything changed in this world. It's absolutely sick to watch. But now, let's move on. We got Molly Kerr in the lead with a 350Z, and who we got in a chase?
Rocky P, Rocky Pabra, in his awesome V8 E46. These guys, E36, pardon me. These cars, similar power. Rocky done a lot more laps around here. Let's see what happens.
Right initiation for Molly, very nice. Rocky is a little bit delayed on initiation, so it puts him a little further back. But Molly is smoking her tires, driving a 350Z on point. The same lap every time. Very aggressive. Into Rogerson. Slowing it down the perfect amount. Oh, big tap, and it goes wrong and into the wall.
Rocky in the wall, ladies and gentlemen.
Rocky.
Oh my goodness me.
Oh, Rocky pushed a bit too hard, tapped, and he had nowhere to transition, and he went straight in the wall.
Yes, unfortunately, that's what happens when you chase too closely. You can end up doing some serious damage to your car. Not sure if Rocky's got away with just a bumper and a bruised ego there. There's a possibility it may have done some suspension damage. So just for the sake of it, we'll get a marshal to check on him.
So the rule is generally in the chase, the rule is if you dive on exit the corner, that's going to go wrong. It's simple as that. And he dived in the middle of the corner and just held it, and he didn't realize he needed more room. So I believe now his radiator or the front end of his car is going to be an issue. So
yeah, he has done the right thing, and he's pulled off the racing line. So that's what we ask drivers to do if they have a fluid leak.
Not really. He's literally on the outer zone, Harry.
Oh, my mistake.
On the outer zone.
Yes, just looking at an angle from the live stream, it looks like Rocky has broken one of the track rods or something to that effect. It's definitely not drivable, unfortunately. So
we're going to have to get a tow truck, and then I guess he's going to call a 5-minute rule, although I feel like that's not going to help much.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's out of the car. Big round of applause for Rocky P.
Come on, guys. I mean, if anything, that was like he pushed too hard for the right reason. He's got to get some praising for it.
Absolutely, going up against Molly Kerr, 5th qualifier. Incidentally, Yogi, should probably mention this when we were on about girl power earlier. Both of our female drivers, Vicki, Lynch and Molly Kerr, in the top 5 qualifiers.
Wow! Now that's pretty impressive, you've got to say that.
Absolutely, so anybody claiming that drifting's a boys' club and the girls can't hang, I think you need to check that.
Oh, definitely not, man. I've got some students coming in and they're like fire hot. They are so aggressive, so impressive. And it's going to be, like, the sport is evolving into places we never imagined, and it's going to be absolutely getting better and better every time.
I do believe we're being papped. Hello, ladies and gentlemen at home. How are you? We're your handsome commentary team. Don't know if you've seen us. I apologise if we've broken the lens.
Can we talk about the actual GoPro cover on it as well? That's That's pretty freaking cool, isn't it?
It looks like Dave Benson Phillips has got hold of it. It's been gunged.
It's like a Frankenstein, like, who is it? Is that Toby, or is that, no, it's V. That is really cool. Trust him to make it look cool and bright.
It's been gunged, hasn't it?
So for you guys, if you are wondering what we're talking about the FPV drones that we have in the team. So we got Toby and V, and both of them are basically chasing the cars. Now, funny fact, Harry, I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but they are the only vehicle in the world that moves like a drift car.
Why? Because they slip sideways?
Because they're fighting centrifugal forces to transition instead of turning.
My GCSE physics is failing me
Okay,
here.
fair enough. Sorry, I'm a bit geeky about those stuff. I really like them. It's always something I wanted to try, but at the same time, they're probably more expensive than my drift car, so I'm not going to try.
Yeah, apparently at Spring Matsory this year during the German versus Jap battles, apparently a drone was punted off the fairway with a 2-wood by one of the drift cars into the rough, and they lost all the footage.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I think it was Toby. I believe it was Toby at Drift Matsuri. Am I wrong? Toby's going to tell us?
Toby, can you hear us, my man?
No, he's in the
zone.
Matrix. He's in the Matrix, bro.
He looks like one of Daft Punk, doesn't he? So just while the team get rid of Rocky's car here, I'll say get rid, that seems awful. While they recover Rocky's car from his heroics, obviously that's joined by Gordon. If he can't do it, nobody can. Say Gordon's unfortunately got a lot of experience with recovering cars with driveline failure. That is, ladies and gentlemen, the man behind this entire series, the reason why we're all here today, Mr. Gordon G-Tech. Please give him a round of applause, or none of us would be here.
Not just because he's running it, but because of all the hard work and crazy amount of effort this off-season he's put, him and his team, because we have a full packed grid. It is literally a full pack. There were drivers turned down, and for the first time, we have going to be an amazing weekend. So let this momentum keep going, and thanks to Gordon
can't hear the commentary for the cars, and you can't hear the cars for the commentary. I don't know what we're supposed to do.
Well, as the Saints said, we have had a lot of issues this morning. A lot of it with people saying we're too low, then we're too quiet, then we're too low. Oh, and then we're very confusing.
You know all these people on the live stream though, they're going to want their £0 that they paid back.
Yeah, there is that bit. But Milton's back now, so I'm sure you could talk a bit more drifting, because we now have a car on the recovery front, which is good to see.
We're just going to see if we can get a bit of confirmation about whether Rocky is going to call 5 minutes or if he's going to just bow out of competition. It looked like a pretty heavy hit. I don't think he's going to be able to get that squared away in time.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be quite...
No, it goes to 5:01. You're out of competition, I'm afraid. Now, that may seem like a really, really short amount of time to do anything to a car. I know a lot of people are still trying to figure out what socket they need after 5 minutes working on their car. But I have seen Jackson over the water do gives gearboxes, for the 5 minutes.
Unfortunately, Team Ronan has gone a little bit too far, too deep, dropped some wheels, lost the grip, and flew off the track.
Yeah, Kev desperately pedalling for pace there. Looks like it's just caught him out a little bit, I'm afraid. So,
I mean, I am really, really happy for Rich. For a lot of reasons, but mainly because it's the first time I've seen him do 3 laps in a row. So, his car is working, he seems happy. What more could you want? That is pretty amazing. So happy.
You know, it's funny really because people say LS when your car and it'll be reliable. I've had a few friends and people I know who have had the exact opposite happen with their LSs. Incidentally, while we're going over and come back round, we are just seeing Rocky P come back into the pits on the recovery truck, and yeah, it's definitely had quite the hit of that car, unfortunately. Certainly looks like it may be too much like hard work to get it back on track today. But Rocky looks like he's away.
We're moving on. We got Rich in the chase this time. What can he do? It's probably one of the first chase battles he's doing, but now he's... Oh, wow! Back on the door. No hesitation whatsoever. Transitions around onto zone 2. Gets some pace and taps him a little bit too much. And it looks like Team Ronin is flying through these transitions, kind of a little bit shallow onto the outer zone that the judges are looking for, and Rich is back on it now.
Yeah, you saw Kerr through that run, left foot braking, working hard to keep that SR on the boil. Not sure who's at fault for the contact there, that will come down to our judges.
I think that's going to be a 0-0 from each side, like.
I don't know, was it that Kev was a little bit slow and Rich was caught out? I can't say, I'm not a judge, I'm a commentator. And ladies and gentlemen, it is Rich Graham for the win in the Beacon Stoves E30.
Wow!
Yeah, as I thought, I'm just having confirmation from Neil. Unfortunately, Kev was way too slow on his transition, stalled up coming into the second corner. That unfortunately did cost him dearly, I'm afraid. But I mean, round of applause for Kev Florence, everybody. First ever competition round through the Drift League. Super happy to have the guys from Team Ronin. Good sports, cool looking cars. Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see him back for the next one. So now we move on to our second place qualifier, Mr. Ryan Milton against Patrick, born to drift, Patrick Rakowski.
Here we go. We've got an MX-5 turbo against an M54 turbo. Ryan is a very quick driver. Patrick is just as much. Let's see what happens. Really nice initiation by Ryan. Patrick's on the door. Getting closer and closer before zone 2. Slows it down just to get into proximity. His bumper's hanging off. Ryan is so far. Patrick is trying to catch up. The Forza drift driver is trying to soak up the track a little bit too much. Puts him onto the door, but he doesn't go back on power enough. And Ryan is just shooting forward in his very fast MX-5.
Yeah, absolutely. Patrick Rakovic there being caught a
quick. Ryan is a very quick driver, very skillful. The car is really set up well.
Ryan's got the reaction times of a top fuel drag racer.
Yes, I agree. I mean, he's done a lot of motorsport. He's been drifting for so long. It's insane. So, kudos to them. That was a great lap. Now, let's see what Ryan... And just by the way, as much as Ryan is really good, he's even better in the chase.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Obviously, Patrick's going to be pushing hard because he knows that maybe he's at a small disadvantage there. I can't say which way the judges called it, although one thing I will say is that his frowny face bumper may cost me a little bit of mending with a breakage.
Frowny face bumper, I like that. I like that.
Well, it's kind of pulling a bit of a gurn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, so we're just hearing from the pits. Rocky Pabra has called the 5-minute rule.
But now we're watching the next one of the battle. We've got Ryan in the chase, Patrick in the lead. Ryan straight up to the door, could barely see him how close he is. Transition onto zone 2. Patrick dropped the wheel in zone 1. That's going to be a deduction. But Ryan is not minding. He doesn't care. He sticks it onto the rear door. Transitions back. Adjust onto the rear door. Back to transition through Lunar. He's going to have to put a wheel on the inside. No, he doesn't. He's on the door. He pushes Patrick around. You can barely see. Oh, no! Ryan pushes too hard. Taps front wheels to rear wheel. And spins out.
Well, he knew he had to give it 10 tenths because that BMW's got about 200 horsepower on him. So you can't fault him pushing hard.
I don't know, this looks like maybe the lead car could also be his fault. I'm not sure what the judges are going to look at.
Well, it's all down to them.
Oh, what an upsetting. The winner of this battle is... Patrick!
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen!
I was going to say this.
Yeah, we're getting confirmation there from the handsome Mr. Stevenson that, unfortunately that was just Ryan becoming a victim of his own aggression and pushing a little bit too hard, wheel contact, and that was all she wrote. But I mean, I'm super happy to see Ryan in competition. The second place quality is absolutely fantastic. It's a credit to him as a driver and a wheelman. Hopefully we'll see him back soon. So also,
I'm sure he's going to be hungry for more now. He's shown what he's capable of. But now, we're moving on to the next set of battles. I can see Loris in the chase in his SR20 S14. And who we got in the lead? Who have we got in the lead, Harry? Well, you got better eyes than me. Who we got in the lead?
We've got two S14s battling out here. We have Alex Williams in his borrowed car in the lead. And then we have your mate Loris, Sierra RS, in the chase.
We're going to have some fireworks, guys. Make some noise. We're going to see some fireworks now. Laurie is not shy. Alex is the most aggressive driver that I've seen in so long in a borrowed car. Let's see what happens.
So Alex, don't forget, in a borrowed car this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, for a man he's never met.
And you would never know, but Loris, look at him, he's right bumper to bumper. Alex is doing a brilliant slick entry. Now Loris is trying to catch on, transition into zone 2. Can he close the door? Absolutely, he's right on the door. Alex Williams, now back onto it. Oh! Loris pushes too hard, goes off track.
Save the car though. Do you know what I love is it doesn't matter how madly a car comes off track and how close it comes off to them. The media never flinch.
They never flinch. They're like heroes, man.
It's a pity we're not in the Wild West because nobody would ever win the 10 paces shootout.
Well, on that note, actually, let's give them a quick shout out, right? Thank you to all the media coming here. There's quite a lot this weekend. As well as the marshals, everyone that you see in orange is basically here to make sure that all the event is running smoothly. So give them a shout out because they need to be praised for it.
Absolutely, yeah. Media guys, we got, Kev Wilson, Smoking Images, Chris with Clippy Point Clicks. We got Dan Martin Media up there for the first time in a long time. Good to see you back, Dan. Obviously, we've got K98 running. We've got Andis on the live stream. Everybody give Andis a big thank you and a follow at Reinhold Media for actually performing the live stream. Phil Milton, Phil, I haven't seen you today, but I know you're out there somewhere, guys. And if I've missed any, I see Mr. Phil Milton.
Right
he's
here.
down there. He's tipping his hat brim to me. There we go. So yeah, it's wonderful to see you guys all out. If I have missed anybody, of course, Ryan from RB, how can I forget about you? Ladies and gentlemen, give these guys a round of applause. They get all the sick media. George Wilson from G3OCD in black rather than blue for once.
Well, now we switched them around. We've got Loris in the lead and Alex chase. Is Alex gonna do enough and yet not push too hard? Loris very good line so far. Loris is doing an epic lead line and Alex is finding his feet in the chase. Getting door on door. Now, what's going to happen? Will Alex push Loris around Lunar? Yes, he does. All the way around. Make some noise for these drivers.
Ladies and gentlemen, drive it like you stole it.
He did actually, well, maybe he did.
We say he's borrowed this car from somebody you never met. How do we know the borrowing was consensual? And it is our team top trim. Johnny in the awesome retro style 1UZ Volvo 340 and Mindy in Big Bull. So just getting the cars lined up, make sure that we know the leading chase is correct. And we are off, ladies and gentlemen. It is Scott to lead in, and it is Ian to chase.
There we go. Nice initiation by Scott. Absolutely sending an S30. Ian is very low angle, trying to chase, but he's losing a lot. Scott is doing an epic run so far, getting it down really nicely. And now they're both going to put their foot down and shoot forward. Ian puts the wheel on the curve. And to the finish.
All the limiter there from Tom McDermott.
All the limiter, man. I think there's a magic gear there. I'm not sure if he knows about it.
Maybe he likes the sound of the SR, which is probably our section.
Well, I mean, I like the sound of the SR. It's not a limiter. Come on.
What I said about being sectioned for liking the sound of an SR?
Yeah, that's me. I like SR, I don't like limiter. Ooh, the hell am I?
To be fair, if you said you liked RVs and didn't like limiter, then that would make you less
No, come on, bro. There's a limit there.
There is a limit there. It's about 10 grand if you go in Makina.
There we go. We're going to switch them around. So now we've got Ian in the lead and Scott in the chase. And we send them off. Ian in the lead. Really nice, really fast. Quick straight line initiation. Now Scott is not on the door, not as close as Ian was, but he has more angle and a better line. Ian drops the wheel. And he's going very, very forward and through the outer zone. Transitions nicely on the edge of the track. And now Scott is trying to catch up, and Ian is on a rocket, goes forward very fast.
Yeah, well done to Ian there. I mean, that car was a shell 3 weeks ago. It just had a new cage. It was painted. They had a lot of sleepless nights putting that thing back together. And we're just going to get the decision now. And Scott McDermott gets the win, ladies and gentlemen. Team Skid Risk is through. All credit to Ian Walpole, though, to put that car together in such a short space of time and make it competitive. Qualified, beat out 20 other drivers. I've got to say, he deserves a beer tonight.
And what should we got next? We got Harry Cunliffe, the young star, superhero, the guy who built a crazy car in his first round of competition against.
Here's an interesting thing for you. Chrissy is such a multidisciplined driver. Harry has never done anything but drift.
Exactly. And it's literally his first drift day, Chrissy. So, what an experience in drifting from, or the experience in motorsport. Which car? Let's find out. Chrissy is in the lead. Harry in the chase. Harry jumps the line. But look at Chris's initiation. Absolutely perfect. Oh, very on the edge of the track. Transition of the zone 2, and Harry is keeping it on his door. Absolutely amazing so far. Transition. Harry goes straight line and trying to soak up the track, and he kind of makes it. Onto the last transition. Chrissy is doing an epic lead line so far, and Harry is he's not checking Harry off. Harry is staying on his door. All the way across. Make some noise for Harry and Chrissy.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a
my God. So, I'm not here to dissect, but I'm going to just call it. There's only one thing that Harry had a bit of a sell-off in the 90s, right? It wasn't bad, but it was a little bit. So now, what's going to happen the opposite? Chrissy has done a handful of chase laps.
You cannot talk about the shallow overlanding. The dude is swinging a Mazda pickup truck.
I'm scoring it. But it was an epic run, and now, let's see it way around. Chrissy in the chase, Harry in the lead, and it's going to be an epic lead line, that's for sure. Really swinging it around like a boss. Through zone 1, Chrissy is not where he needs to be. He's shallow, he's not on the angle, but now he's catching it. He's getting closer and closer, but Harry is absolutely defending it. Absolutely. Doing an epic lead line. Now transition around. Chrissy goes closer, but he's not as close as Harry. How is Harry doing this? This is insane. Harry is the young gun. He is making it. What a boss. Make some noise for your drivers.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, how incredible is
Can
that?
we just stop talking about one thing? Harry is driving even better in battles. He's stepped up on a different level. What an amazing driver! Make some noise for your winner, Harry Cunliffe! Moves to his top 16.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm so happy. I know right now, I know his parents, Dennis and Tony, will be on the bank absolutely beside themselves with it. What an unbelievable run from Harry in the 3UZ Mazda.
Wow.
Tony, Dennis, if you're out there, you should be very proud right now. That was probably the best battle we've seen so far.
Absolutely. 100%. But now we got Kai and Vicki. We got Vicki in the lead and Kai in the chase. What is going to happen? Kai makes it. Oh no! A bit too much angle by Kai, but now he's making it work again. But Vicki is flying it forward all the way to the finish line.
Yeah, just the short, snappy chassis of the MX-5 catches Kai out a little bit there, I think. Obviously, the big advantage with Vicki is because she's got an 8-speed gearbox, she can get in the right gear, whereas a lot of drivers are in a very unhappy jump between either second and third or third and fourth, whereas Vicki can just go, oh no, I'm in 9th, I'll be fine.
Nice.
I know the new Mustang comes with a 10-speed automatic, doesn't it? It's like a push bike.
So here we go. Now we're going to line by Kai, but Vicki is utilizing it for an advantage. Again, Kai is going very shallow. He's not where he needs to be, but Vicki is not where she needs to be. It's a both battles of who's made more mistakes.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's what they would refer to as a battle of the errors, but I'll tell you something, Kai Barlow in a self-built car, that amazing paint job from Will at Crampton's Customs, and he's actually made it run again after turbo head gasket 32 weeks ago. You can't take anything away from that young man. He's done it all.
And that's going to be a tough one, eh?
Yes, I see much deliberation and furrowed brows.
It's a one more time!
Yeah, absolutely think that was the right call there. There was a catalogue of error from both drivers. There was a straighten from both drivers at some point. Some wheel drops. It was a little bit of a scrappy battle, so it's what we refer to as a battle of the errors.
What happened to Paddy there?
I think Paddy just got a bit of grip there, unfortunately, and now he flipped it around by accident.
Somehow Paddy is chasing now.
Oh, and a big straightener off from Thomas there, but only one wheel. Well, possibly one of the stranger battles I've ever seen, Yogi.
Sorry?
It's possibly one of the stranger battles I've ever seen.
I agree. There was a lot of mistakes in the second run, in the second part of the run, but the second part of the run was...
Who was the drivers? Where are we?
I got confused there.
It's Someone,
So
someone,
effectively, now we're going to run them again, but the same way.
can someone ring my mum? I'm so confused.
Okay, so now we're going to see them around. We are going to effectively switch them, but technically that's what we saw. So we're going to see Paddy in the chase and Tomo in the lead. Pretty much, let's go. So Tomo in the lead, Paddy in the chase. Can Paddy hold on in the entry this time? Absolutely. Can. It was just a one-side pick. Tomo is initiating really nicely. Paddy's right on the door. Very good proximity. Through zone 2. He's staying with Tomo. No problem whatsoever. Transition. Transition fast. Very nice. Tomo transitioning a bit early and Paddy follows him in through. But now Paddy's on the door. Is he going to push Tomo around? A bit of an opposite trick by Paddy, but he makes it work. And just before the finish line, he cuts it off. Ah, that was a bit of a crazy battle. A bit of a crazy battle.
Yeah, Paddy's S15 undressing himself a little bit there.
I mean,
So
we did say it's going to be fireworks, and it was.
absolutely. Alex
Tomo
Cunliffe for
takes
the win.
Well, I mean, after the first one, I guess he's having...
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 lead runs.
Yeah, 2 lead runs.
But absolutely cannot take anything away from Paddy there. What a guy. So happy to have him back in competition.
Okay, next up, we have Callum Allenby in his JZ Power S14.
And the old booker, Yannis Kirums, in the E46.
Let's call it. Let's find out. Let's see what happens.
Well, you've got a DLGB versus Nissan battle here. You've got the battle of the inline 6 turbos as well. You've got M50 Turbo versus 1J. So, let's see what goes on. And they get the nod from our start line, Marshall Dale, and away we go.
Callum is flying in, going very, very fast. Nice flick entry, initiating perfectly. Where is... Wow, the chase car went right on the door. Vicki had to drop a wheel there, but he's taking it. Callum is doing an epic lead. Oh! Pushing very hard in the chase. Callum is not even noticed it, but he is being hunted. But now he's flying through. Not enough in the chase. He's making it right.
Yeah, very, very scrappy chase run there from Yannis, the Latvian Love Machine. So we are having a little bit of an issue with the car. He has had some problems with it filling its expansion tank, so he's having to be a little bit careful. You wouldn't know from that run.
Okay, here we go. We switched him around. Now we've got Callum in the chase. And I can tell you one thing, he's good in the lead. But watch this.
As long as his crank pulley stays where it is, he'll be fine.
It's a brand new one, so you know, you'd expect that this one is going to be good. Here we go. Yannis in the lead. Callum in the chase. Nice flick entry by Yannis. Callum doing a straight line. I'm straight onto his door. Very nice to the first corner. Transitions and dives in. Oh, Yannis stalls it and completely stalls.
spoke, the power level. I mean, obviously, Johnny's only on a 15-inch tyre as well.
Yeah, and I'm just going to say, I think I'm starting to notice the power steering issues Milton is having. It's very noticeable now.
Yeah, most definitely. People who don't know, he's running an Astra power steering pump. They are fantastic pass pumps, but they unfortunately do draw a hell of a lot of current. So if you're having alternator issues, charging issues, you might find your steering will go incredibly heavy, just outflow of nothing. That's normally an indication of bad charging.
So here we go, we switched them around, we got Min in the lead now, and Johnny in the chase. This is probably the first battle of Johnny, no experience, first time twinning. Initiating really nicely behind Min. Keeps it shallow, keeps it good. Through transition zone 2, very nice so far. Min is doing an epic strike. Johnny straight onto his door. Can he slow down enough? Yes, he can. Transitions around onto the door. Will he be smoked out by Mindegas? Yes, he is a little bit. Mind is going forward very fast with loads of smoke. Through the finish line.
Yeah, that was a manful bit of bravery by Johnny there, just to pin it and try and stick with him. Very well done.
So I guess it all comes down to the first run. Who's it going to be? Who's going to take the win? Is it going to be Min or is it going to be Johnny? Johnny takes the win and moves on to his first ever top 16 battle.
David has found Goliath, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yes. So here we go. I think we're getting close to finish up our top 32. We have only one more time battle to run through, which is Vicki and Kai. So we're going to see more fireworks. Both drivers have been told by this spotter, you need to do a lot more. Or actually, Kai has been told to do less with angle. And Vicki has to do more.
Yeah,
so,
obviously Kai's dad Paul will be watching through, see how this goes. So we bring them down into the burnout box so that guys can warm their tyres.
all I can see in the pitch now is Johnny Chris's dad. Absolutely buzzing. There we go.
There are some
the
hands
whole
in the air. Hands in the air like you just don't care.
Yes,
there we go. Absolutely
fantastic. Johnny get a massive hug.
Well done, Johnny. Some beer on ice for you tonight, mate.
Very cool. So now we're going to move on just one more time. One more battle for this bracket. And then we're going to move on to the top 16. Getting closer to the high-end battles. I'm very excited. Let's see. So we got Vicki in the lead and Kai in the chase. And they are setting off the line. Vicki is going in. Kai is right onto the bumper. No hesitation whatsoever. Vicki picks up a bit of a gap on initiation. And Kai is trying to catch on. He's making a dive into zone 2 and he's making it work. He's right there, right in the bumper. Lead round this time. And guys, catches up, robs the rear bumper, makes another dive. Vicki drops the wheel and Kai utilizes it. Stays on power and now Vicki is trying to run away. But it looks like Kai is faster. Picking up the pace. Make some noise, three sisters. Wow.
Incredible pace from that little MX-5 on a 15-inch tyre.
And let's talk about this. They both improved exactly where they needed to. Kai dialed off a little bit of angle. Vicki stayed on the right place. Amazing.
Absolutely. I mean, I think they both definitely learned from their mistakes in that run.
Okay, here we go. They're on the start line. We're switching them around. Now we've got Kai in the lead and Vicki in the chase. Can she do enough? She didn't do enough in her last chase. Was she told by Steven, go psycho, go full in? Yes, she does. She's much closer. She initiates right on his back bumper. Kai is flying though. Vicki makes a dive into zone 2. Can she start catching on? Much terrified, but she made it work. Oh.
Commiserations to Kerr. I tell you what though, I bet when he spun and saw that approaching him, I bet you couldn't have driven a straight pin in his backside with a sledgehammer.
Wow, that was incredible. So here we go. Who is going to win and move to the top 16? It's Vicki Lynch! She moves up to the top 16!
Well done, Kai. Can't say no, mate. Absolutely fantastic car. He is a future phenom in motorsport engineering. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just going to have a little demo from our mate Fats Kenny while we wait for the top 16 to get rid up. Please enjoy this, guys.
Woo-hoo! I really want to try one of them, Harry. I really want to drive one. I have driven an FIA motocross, but that's not the same as that. Winning! Yeah, boy!
I want to see him do a loopy-loop next.
A loopy-loop, like the Endurance. Oh, oh, no, I don't think that's a good idea. No, Harry. Come on, man.
He got half a loopy-loop at Teesside last year.
So we're going to see the autograph car going to do more laps. So you guys are enjoying that, and we will be back at the moment top 16 starts. Here we go, we got your top 16 drivers. We've got Kieran, Jonathan Hargrave, Mark Brown, Toby Walker, Rob Spray, Molly Kerr, Rich Graham. We got some crazy lineup coming. So that will be your first 8 of the top 16. That's your first 4 battles. This is going to be very, very interesting. That looks so much fun.
Interesting. But anyway, we're going to watch them back, and we're going to see them go all the way around. And this time we're going to see Jonathan Hargrave in the lead. And will Kieran be able to chase? Will he keep up with the crazy LSV8 PS13?
Yeah, you've got, give or take, 210 horsepower difference there. So,
is it all? I would have thought more.
It's an LS3 in that car, so you're talking 450 with a, you know, a few bolt-ons.
With a sequential.
With a sequential and a quick change at the back.
So, yeah, very different.
Oh, big time, yeah. You've got budget versus baller here.
But here we go, we're sending them. We got Jonathan in the lead. Kieran in the chase. Whoa! Wow, right around across. But Kieran is not even scared. He's right on the door through first corner. Transition, dives onto the door with no hesitation whatsoever. Nice transition back. Dives in even more. Stays on power. Jonathan has nowhere to go. He's opening the door for Kieran, and Kieran is using it every inch, and he goes faster and faster and all the way through the finish line. How is he doing that?
I want to check in for rear mounted turbos.
I mean, I want to agree with you, but I just know that's pure skills. Absolutely amazing. All the seat time is done up at Driftland for KD Custom. That's just made a huge difference.
And Kieran Bond gets the win, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely amazing. What a run. Even Neil Dawson, who is the most phlegmatic man you've ever met in your life, just looked over, nodded and went,
yeah, he was impressed. Like, he's never impressed. That was impressive. That's amazing.
Neil Dawson's got a great career as a professional poker player, ladies and gentlemen.
But next battle, we got Mark Brown in the EcoBoost, and
that is Edgar's in the one.
Edgar in the 1 series. Mark has built a huge gap through corner 1. Edgar is going to be delayed on every transition now, and Mark is going to utilize it for his advantage. Nice. Slows it down, and now Edgar caught up through the last transition. Can he stick it on the door and push Mark Brown? No, he can't, because Mark Brown flew out of that transition and fast forwarded in time all the way to the finish line. Mark is driving.
He is really going one step beyond in that S13.
That is it. He needed to drive. He didn't need a car with semi-slicks. He did. But not as close as I expected him to be. But now he's closing it in. He's going to go faster and faster. Edgar is not doing the perfect lead run. Mark Brown is trying to catch on. He's doing a better job to maintain the line. And now through Lunar, he's going to go faster and faster. Both drivers, and Mark is catching on all the way to the finish line. So this was cleaner. But I think Edgar was closer.
It's a tough call. I'm really glad I'm not.
Oh, that's smoke again, bro.
Smoke
that's
again.
Smoke.
I'm hoping
just
that's
ignore
not...
it. Ignore it.
Yeah.
That's probably tire smoke coming from Mark Brown. Takes the win.
Well deserved win, ladies and gentlemen. That was a hard-fought battle there. Can't take it away from Edgar. He drove so hard. But again, I think, you know what? I think the demon tweak in these cars is that 8-speed. Just being able to select those gears at will is fantastic.
now moving on. We got Toby Walker and Rob Spray. There we go, Toby in the lead. Rob Spray is right onto the door of Toby. Transition into zone 2. Very nice transition by both drivers. Toby's doing a great job, but Rob is right onto the door. Builds up a bit of a gap into Rogerson. Rob is right onto the inside. That's going to impede him a lot. But he's catching on now, and he's on the door of Toby Walker. Can he catch on? Ooh, a bit of a shallow out by Rob, but Toby's doing an epic lead line all the way to the finish. Makes some noise. What a pair of drivers.
So, Yogi, my eyes and ears in the pits has just informed me as to what we're actually seeing when Mark stops drifting. His oil return is too small for the turbocharger.
Oh, that's all right. That's easy.
Yeah, so she's just burning a little oil. Nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. That's good.
To be fair, with it being an EcoBoost, it's going to need an oil change every 3,000 miles anyway, so might as well burn it.
Exactly, man. It's an automatic oil change. You know, you just top it up all the time and it refreshes itself. It's great.
This is Ford and their self-detaching crank pulley.
So now we're moving on. We're switching them around. We got Toby Walker in the chase and Rob Spray in the lead. Two very high horsepower cars.
Both JZs.
Both JZs, both good drivers, just one S-body. Which one is going to take the win? Toby takes a big aggressive approach right onto the door of Rob. Very good so far. Transition. Wow, he's on his door. Keeping it around, lost a little bit of a gap there. But transition into the next part. Toby is catching on quicker and quicker. Now he's onto the door. He's not as close as Rob was, but he's on a better line. All the way through the finish. That's going to be a tough call. That's going to be a very tough call.
Going on there. None of the judges are even looking at each other. They're so angry.
It is
Rob Spray gets the win.
Well done for Toby. That was some aggressive initiation.
Yeah, absolutely. Toby should definitely pat himself on the back for that. Fantastic.
But now we got a very bright light 350Z, which means it's Molly Kerr in the lead against Rich Graham in the crazy LS E30.
Maybe Molly should donate some lights to Rich.
Amazing line. Good work, Gary. Well, here we go. We got changing them around into clip 2. Rich is catching on. He's staying on the side of Molly Kerr's car. Now transitions a bit early, but he makes it work. Oh, Rich Graham drops a wheel. Molly is not going away that easily, though. Rich is keeping the composure, staying onto the door. Can he keep it all the way around? All the way on Molly's. Oh.
No, I think Molly was over the finish line there. Obviously, Harry, her older brother, did tell me that she's having a bit of an issue choosing a gear.
We got changing them around into clip 2. Rich is catching on. He's staying on the side.
Because to me she did it the right way. She got a very, very simple, somewhat underpowered but predictable little 46 compact, and now she's upgraded to the 350 and she can't half swing it.
Oh, absolutely. When you come from a BMW, they are very tough to drive into the 350s. It's amazing. But now, Rich Graham in the lead and Molly Kerr in the chase. What can she do? Very interesting to see. Rich doing his epic initiation and looks like he is much faster in than Molly. But look at Molly, she's already caught up, man. She's right onto the door of Rich and she's not afraid to stick it there. Through the monkey, again a bit of a gap to the power. And she is catching on slowly and slowly, going faster and closer, transitioning. And now through Lunar, I feel like Rich is going to go much forward, but no, Molly's still there through the finish.
Yeah, a few wheel drops there from Rich. Maybe not the best run he's ever put down. It's a question of whether it was enough to allay the other consistent Molly Kerr. I guess we'll see.
Rich Graham gets the win, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely a hard-fought battle there. Absolutely well done to Molly. That was some showing there, especially in what's still an extremely simple car.
Absolutely amazing. What a skillful driver. Okay, so we're moving on. We are now into the second part of the top 16. We're moving to the second half, and we've got Alex Williams. I believe Alex Williams in his borrowed S14 against Patrick, born to drift driver in his E46 M54 turbo. And that's going to be some fireworks.
Another man without an oil restrictor.
Yeah, no, that's actually quite a normal problem for him. The turbo keeps... Let's just go.
It's fine, you know, if the turbo's chucking loads of oil out, you know it's got oil in it.
That's true. So Alex Williams in initiation, big, nice initiation. Oh, it kind of stalled up on him, but it's okay. Patrick is there, transitioning into zone 2. Nice, not enough proximity, but he's doing well. Alex is flying in his new car. Patrick is doing well, but he's not showing his pace where he needs to be. I mean, yeah, there's got to be very similar. They're all the same. It's really hard to set up an S-body wrong, really. Like,
yeah, Nissan really knew what they were doing when they designed that rear suspension. As long as you're not an idiot and you don't adjust everything so it all binds, then you can't really go wrong. So we're going to flip them around and we're going to go again, ladies and gentlemen. The arms go down from Dale, start line marshal, and away we go.
And we know what Alex going to do. The question is, what is Patrick going to do? How good is the lead run going to be? It is going to be very good so far. Alex is well under the door. He's very close, making a dive into zone 2. Very nicely done through so far. Transition away. Oh, Alex transitioned a bit early, but that's okay. Patrick is now driving through the zones, and Alex is keeping out really, really, really well. Whoa! A bit of a stall there. And what I have noticed is Patrick, for the first time this weekend, driving on my wheels.
Yes.
He uses 18s, and I kind of gave him some 17s to try, but I'm not sure if that was enough. And the winner is Alex Williams. Moves on to the top 8.
I feel like the boy whose car that is getting more and more worried.
And it's an SR as well. So he's like, is this going to be the last time? If he's watching on live stream, that would be pretty epic. But now, now we got a battle. We got Scott McDermott against Harry Cunliffe, the hero so far, because he is driving that car at an insane pace. Let's see what happens. Nice. Whoa! Right on initiation comes across. Harry's right onto the door. Pretty insane lap so far. He's sticking it under the door like nothing. That is amazing. It's Scott right away. But it looks like Harry is absolutely building some pace now. Transitioning around. Onto the inside, is going to open the door, and he keeps it there. Right onto the rear quarter. All the way to the finish line.
Yeah, tiny bit of a shallow reinitiation there from Harry, but I think he made it work. Obviously, Scott and Harry, good friends off the track, typically in close proximity to one another in the pits. Hopefully this will provide a bit of friendly banter and bragging rights amongst the Skid Risk times little Harry pit down there in the corner.
pretty amazing how he's driving this way, like so quickly.
Also, it's such a strange driving position in that truck. It's completely bolt upright, sit up and beg, really odd driving position in that truck, but he's somehow making it work.
It's absolutely insane. So now we're switching them around. We got Scott in the chase and Harry in the lead. What is going to happen now? Can Scott redeem a favor? Can he go as close? Harry does an epic initiation. Transition onto zone 2. Scott is staying there. He's close, but he's not as close as Harry was. Through the 90. Nice both drivers. Transitioning onto the last outer zone, Harry snaps the angle like a crazy man. Scott is there, but it's not enough because Harry is flying forward in his truck. Make some noise for Harry and Scott!
And Scott uses all the limiter. Oh, and nearly gets it locked up right on the lock stops as he came back through there.
What an amazing turnout it's need to be. Wow.
I wouldn't want to call this one.
I mean, I don't want to, but I feel like I have.
No matter who wins and who loses here, we're putting a good driver on the trailer. That's the problem.
I agree. And the winner is? We know it.
I'm getting a very blank look from Bubbles, our grading staff, and the judges are all deliberating pensively.
No, they know. Who is it going to be? It is Harry Cunliffe takes the win and moves on to the top 8. Massive round of applause for Harry and Scott. But I think Harry and Dennis, they are all going to be very happy.
Yeah, absolutely, Dennis, Tony. Yeah, they're going to be absolutely made over the moon. Harry's first competition with us in Drift League. He has obviously driven with Neil in the Winter Battle Series. But now we move it on to Vicki versus Thomas.
Oh, this is going to be a tough battle. Vicki initiation. Tomo is right on the recorder, but now Vicki moves forward very quickly into zone 2. Tomo makes a dive and he's keeping it very nicely. Onto the outer zone, fulfills it completely, and Tomo has no answer so far. He is close, but he's not close enough to pose a threat. All the way to the finish. Now Vicki ups a gear and goes forward.
I'm wondering how Vicky's finding time to flicker lights while she's doing all of her jazz hands.
Well, I'm going to be honest, I was so impressed this morning because the first time I saw it, I was like, wow, she's that confident? And then I realized that Steven has the same, and it's an automatic one.
Yeah, I think he's got them on, I think they're on a wide open throttle switch, so it's kind of funny. So it makes sense, actually, because you know that they're going full throttle when they've got the lights flashing. It's
if that's cool. True, that would be so amazing.
Either that or it's Steven's terrible wiring and the lights. He's crossed the throttle wiring up with the headlights.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not little lie, it's entirely possible. As someone who does auto electrics for a living, I'm aware of how easy it is to get the wrong wire.
Oh, that would be amazing. If it's a mistake that it happens, it's pretty amazing. Here we go, we're switching them around. We got Tomo in the lead now, Vicki in the chase. She is not as close as Tomo was. Can she keep up throughout the track? So far, pretty similar proximity. Vicki snaps the angle into the last transition. Tomo drops a wheel, but he goes back on power. He's still okay, he's still good to go. And she is, don't think she had an answer. It was close, but that's going to be a tough one for the judges.
Yeah, again, I don't know if it will come down to that little wheel drop on the entrance to Lunar, but I am fairly certain it will factor into the decision making. Right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It is now another kind of David and Goliath battle here. It is Columby in the JZS 14 versus Johnny Crisp in the 1UZ, Volvo 340. So we're just finding out the judges that went Thomas's way entirely down to one small store from Vicki.
And we've got a very, very happy Lithuanian crowd out there. I can hear it now. Can you make some noise, guys? And now we're moving on. We've got Callum, Allenby, and Johnny Chris. Johnny's first ever battle. Oh, and it straightens. Oh, that looked horrific. That might possibly have been a strap rod failure. No, that was the lack of power steering. And now he's back on. But Callum is doing an epic lead line, but that's pretty much done. That hasn't not got power steering because it's in the car. Do you want £5 on it on television?
How much you want to bet?
I heard the Astra pump in the car.
Do you want to bet?
You sure there's no power steering in that? Okay, we'll have to have this out.
So he's fitted one for this round because after a testing day we did together, it was possible to drive, but the moment you would brake, you would not be able to turn in. Impossible. So I said, you need a power steering pump just to make it easier if in case goes wrong. So they fitted one, and then this morning there was a lot of problems with it, so they decided to just not run it.
Oh, they bypassed it. So he's still moving fluid around that rack even though he's not actually got power steering.
So I think
that's even worse.
He had to lift because he dived in. So when he lifted and braked, the weight transferred to the front, and then he couldn't turn in, and he just went.
Yeah, that makes sense. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never driven a car with no power steering, imagine trying to crank a dump truck up by hand. That's kind of the feeling you get.
Yes, and worse, because if you go on the brakes, it literally is the hardest thing. You'll probably turn yourself more than the steering wheel. But anyway, we go back. We got a lead run by Johnny, just to leave out, because everything could still change now. Callum in the chase. Nice initiation. Callum keeps his pace, keeps his composure through first corner. Johnny dropped a little bit of a wheel there on the grass because we saw a bit of dust flying up. And now Callum is reeling it in. Very nice transition by Callum, and Johnny is making his life very easy with a great lead run. And now Callum is picking the pace, going faster and faster, diving in, diving out, through the finish line. Make some noise for Callum and Johnny!
And it's Callum Allenby for the win, ladies and gentlemen. Well deserved in the 1JS14. Well done to Johnny in the little Volvo. Absolutely incredible. You know what, I'm just thinking about how...
Look, the dad is still happy. Yeah. He lost his battle, but he's still happy.
Mr. Chris Senior is very, very much a happy man right now. I'll tell you something, although, you know, I'm thinking about it, it's in the car, isn't it, the power steering pump?
Yes, of course, if they take it out.
Yeah, so the poor man has got to listen to the worst part about an Astra pump, which is it warming away next year, and he doesn't even have the benefit of power steering.
It's the worst noise, the worst whine in the world, and it's loud.
Yeah, twice the carbs and none of the
taste. I have driven that car, and it's even louder with the V8 because it's a very, very loud engine, and it's an empty car.
Yeah, for those of you guys who don't know what an Astra power steering pump sounds like, imagine the world's most annoying white noise machine buzzing away at you. That's kind of how I would describe it.
Well, like the drone next to us.
Well, that's not annoying because at least it's taking cool pictures. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've just got a little bit of downtime while we organise cars for the Grade 8. Obviously, we need people to get tyres changed, obviously get back in, suit up, boot up, and get ready to rock again. the third and final time. Are you ready for the Great 8?
There we go, that's better. Well done, Harry. And here we go, Kieran Bond with a massive flick entry. Mark Brown right onto the door, initiating on his bumper, pushing him around through first corner. Transitions, keeps the proximity, keeps it close, and so far he's doing a great job. Onto the Manji in a flip. Really nice. Now through, he's pushing him around, transitioning onto the outer zone. Mark Brown is doing an epic job, but Kieran again on a perfect lead line through the finish line, and Mark Brown is pushing him faster and faster all the way to the finish. Amazing.
I honestly don't think Kieran's made a mistake yet.
No, he's literally been on the same line, same lap, every lap.
The internet experts at home are going to think we're just cutting the same footage of him in.
Yeah. Or we're lying and he has like a turbo M54 or something. But no, it's a stock car.
It's got two engines in it, it's four-wheel drive.
Wow, that was a good battle. Now the question is, we know Mark Brown's going to do a great lead. Can Kieran back it up?
Well, to be honest with you, I always think Mark in the chase is always where you kind of need to watch him, because there's a possibility he can push a bit too hard. Now, Kieran's really got to stay with that car, and like I say, Mark has got the advantage of having all them gears to choose from, so he's never off the power.
And more power. And more everything. So let's go. Here we go. Kieran leaving much before Mark Brown. He's doing a flick, he's doing it behind him. Really good technical initiation there by both drivers. Mark Brown is flying, but Kieran is closer. Absolutely much closer. Keeps it around. Now through the Manji. Oh, Mark Brown goes in the wrong place. Kieran takes the opportunity and closes the door, transitions and dives onto the door again. Back on power. Through the last two clips, and he's keeping up with him and pushing him around. What a driver! Make some noise!
I need his alignment specs.
Wow. Hold on, we got the man. Go on, Neil. So, again, when you have somebody come, one of the judges come to you to tell you, that's important.
It's bio-whiskey. But Kieran Bond gets the win, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for Mark Brown.
Tiny amount.
Neil Dawson came to us with his fingers about 5 millimeters apart and said, Kieran by that. So I don't know what they split him on. Maybe it was, I don't know, a hair out of place.
I think it was just overall proximity. Kieran had a tiny bit more, and also Mark Brown did cut across the inside clip, so that's going to be a big deduction there.
See, this is why I'm not a judge.
Well, yeah, I know, that's why I'm not a judge. I just like watching.
I would just pick the bloke I liked.
You definitely can't be a judge then.
Oh, he's spun out, he's in one of the marshal posts. Yeah, he won because he's my pal.
Oh, and I think we may have a 5-minute time called by Ridge Graham, because I just seen Ridge Graham drive back into the pits.
Yeah, so he's unfortunately left Rob's play there holding the baby a little bit. So at the minute we're not sure what's up with Rich's car, however he is coming back into the pits to check something out. So just hearing that Rich has broken a drive shaft in the burnout box, so I can already see Rich's crew running over there. Now, interestingly here, Rich is only about 20 feet from where we are, so I'll be able to give you guys a running commentary on whether they can do this drive shaft in 5 minutes, if you're really interested in it.
Watching the two next drivers heading over, and it is Alex William and Harry Cunliffe. Make some noise for your drivers, because this is going to be a firework of a battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do just need to shout out Sam here, Beacon Stows as mechanic, because if Sam can't do it, nobody can.
So I guess while we wait for Ridge Graham to see if he can manage to fix a shaft in 5 minutes with all the pit crews around him, that might be a bit of time. But for now, we're going to see the warm-up boxes, and we have Alex Williams and Harry Cunliffe. And funny enough, I'm seeing Alex Williams warming his tires, but Harry isn't. That's a very, very interesting thing. Wow, very interesting. That's some... So here we go, we're ready. They're sending them off. Alex Williams in the lead. Harry Cunliffe in the chase. Little Harry is going to be right onto the door there again. What an initiation. He's mastered initiation like a boss. Transitioning bumper to bumper. And now going a little bit shallow, but he's losing the angle. He's got it back. Alex Williams starting a bit. Going back onto the door, really amazing. Transitioning onto Lunar, and he's onto the door with less than power, less grip, and he's making it work all the way through the finish line. It has epic truck. Harry is driving amazingly. Wow. That was incredible. So here we go, we're switching them around now. We got Harry in the lead, Alex in the chase. Let's see what Alex can do. Can Alex repair a favor? Wow, Harry is flying in, but Alex, I can't even see Alex from how close he is. Absolutely amazing initiation. He's not as close as Harry, but now he makes a dive straight onto the door. Makes it really nice. Transitions, oh my God, he makes it work. Alex dives onto the door and makes it work. Transitions around again, bumper to bumper. Alex is repaying a favor all the way around, pushing little Harry through the finish line and comes across. Wow!
It's easy to be brave when it ain't your car.
I mean, yes! Driving like you stole it. What a driver! Make some noise for Harry and Alex! And Alex gets the win and moves on to the top four.
Absolutely fantastic driving, Alex, there. Harry, nobody take anything away from you, my man. That was absolutely incredible driving. You put on a clinic. Unfortunately, one small mistake had cost Harry that. I was near mistake for me.
He transitioned into outer zone 2 and he just pushed a little bit too hard, which made him slow down too much, snapped the angle, lost a bit of momentum. A tiny mistake for a first competition in Drift League. This is going to be a driver this year.
Man, Harry, I've said this since the first day I ever saw Harry drive. He's going to be a problem.
Wow.
Live scenes from the drive in the pits, ladies and gentlemen. There are about 47 people crowded around the Beacon Stoves touring. Some helping, some watching.
I mean, talking about a hard charger, so far I don't think anyone else is worthy more of a hard charger than Harry. What a little driver. First time car, pushing as hard as he can. Like, what an amazing driving skill. Epic. So here we go, next battle, we got Callum Allenby and Tomo. Callum is doing an epic lead run so far, and Tomo is right there, right behind, not leaving any gap, no question asked. But now Callum moves forward onto the arches of Rogerson. Tomo, he does not have an answer from this point onwards. He's very far away from Callum, and now Callum is going to put his foot down, up a gear, and go forward all the way to the finish line with a huge gap. Okay, that was a great first run.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal there from both drivers. Thomas on the weekend of his lifetime. Callum, as always, putting on a clinic. I see a very, very happy Mr. Alex Williams who's returned to the pits there. Probably have to go and make an offer on that car, Yogi. What do you reckon? Actually, funny, this is one of the best things about drifting, guys, is the camaraderie. I can see Alex and Harry over there congratulating. Absolutely fantastic to see.
Okay, here we go. We've got Tomo in the lead and Callum Allenby in the chase. Can Callum repay a favor? Can he go even quicker and faster? Oh, Tomo goes a little bit wide out of zone 2. Makes Callum shortcut the track, but he's making it work. Staying onto the door really, really nicely. And through the finish line. Wow. Wow. The level of driving in Class 2 is absolutely phenomenal.
And Callum Allenby gets the win, ladies and gentlemen. Very well deserved win. Absolutely fantastic driving from both drivers there. Just maybe a little bit more fluid from Callum. Also, in another note, I have to acknowledge the Beacon Stones team. Sam the man that can and the rest of the team have managed to throw a pair of shafts in that car in 5 minutes flat, ladies and gentlemen. You just don't do that. Imagine you go to a garage and they charge you 2 hours labour for one of those. Sorry, I'm being corrected there. It was only a single shaft, but still doing one of those in 5 minutes is pretty good going as far as I'm concerned.
Ramen. Crashes.
So, we are actually going to be able to run the final top 8 battle of the bracket. So, as you see, Mr. Rob Spray there, who's been sat patiently up at the top of the circuit waiting for his compatriot to turn up. And Mr. Rich Graham has, and his team have managed to perform a banzai drive shaft replacement in the pits with very, very short notice. They didn't even have the socket set open by the time Richard pulled up. In fact, I don't even think it was out of the back of the van. So all credit to those guys. That was some serious work. A lot of nut gunning, a lot of running around, multiple hands on it at once, and they're going to get Rich out for his battle. And here he comes, the man with the hardest working team in showbiz, Mr. Rich Graham, around to battle Mr. Rob Spray for the last spot in the final 4.
Okay, next up we have Rich Graham in after his 5-minute rule, and unfortunately he just dropped the wheel on entry, so I think Rob is already at an advantage. And now, Rob is trying to chase. Getting better and better and closer now that he knows he can dial it in. There's still a bumper under Rich's Graham's car. But I guess it doesn't matter to him, it's exactly the same.
Yes, Rich took his own bumper for a power sand there for quite a while.
Okay, so next up we are straight back onto start line. We got Rich Graham in the lead, in the chase, sorry, and we got Rob Spray. But I think like they're trying to extract the bumper off the track. So be very interested to see if they manage to do it.
Yeah, Rich took that for a lap. I mean, I think it's a standard E30 bumper, so it's actually like a proper plastic bumper. It's not fiberglass or anything, so
it's pretty rare to find now.
Yeah, standard E30 M Sport front bumper. It's basically just sanded off £1,000.
Yeah, I spotted it.
So while we take a small moment, I'd actually just like to invite a young man up to the tower for a second just so I can shake his hand. Harry Cunliffe, if you are listening to this on the stream, please come up to the big truck so I can shake your hand.
Alright, so while we're waiting, I think we're going to see the next battle. Oh, here we go. We got Rob Spray in the lead and Rich Graham in the chase. The second round of the battle. Ooh, Rob is getting closer and closer. And now Rich Graham is closing the gap. Rich is not keeping up. And now he's going back. He's trying to keep up. He's trying and trying, but Rob Spray is just looking on the rails right now and flying through all the way through the finish line. Right, so we got like a couple of minutes until the next battle, so we thought of inviting the man of the hour. Genuinely, what an okay, hold on, we'll announce first. We'll do the announcement. So who's the winner of the next battle?
Ladies and gentlemen, just for a minute while the judges are watching the tape back, we are just getting the final decision on it.
And the winner is?
Really deliberating this one.
Rob Spray takes the win! Amazing. So while we have a few minutes, we're waiting for the guys to change tires and go back to the start line. We have one of the craziest drivers out here today. Little Harry, not so little. Harry, how you doing, bro?
Good, you?
Did you enjoy today?
Yeah, really good. truck performed, so yeah, just really glad that it performed.
Honestly, the battle started. You started to chase, and the men possessed came out. You drove like crazy level of aggressiveness. How did you do that?
Just a little bit nervous in qualifying, so yeah, just nerves got to me a little bit, and then thought in battles I've made it through, so I need to put a show on.
And what do you think? Did you do it?
Yeah, hopefully, I'm hoping.
I think we'll all agree that we do it. What do you guys on the back? Do you think Little Harry gave you guys a show to watch? No, I don't think that's enough. He gave the best chaser of today. Can you guys make some noise for Little Harry? Absolutely epic, man. I'm looking forward to see you in the next events.
Yeah,
epic driving. Wow, this is insane. What a driver, some pace in the car, and I bet that was for the first time was absolutely amazing. So
that young man, this young man is going to be a problem, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, like you can bet on that. Okay, so we're moving on. We have... Are we in the top four? Are we
yes,
in the top
yes,
four?
we are indeed.
We are in the top four, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time to start making lots of noise. I want everybody to hear that we're having a party here. And the Lithuanian guys are already having a party, so we need to make more noise than them. So we got Callum Allenby and Alex Williams in the first battle of the top four. And we are sending them. We got Callum in the lead, Alex in the chase. Who's going to move to the final? Is it going to be an S14? Yes, it will be. Callum is doing an epic lead run so far. Alex comes across into the zone 2, but strains up, puts the lever too high. Callum flies on to finish. Through the lunar, transition onto the outer zone. Alex now is caught up. He's back onto the door. Wow, what an epic chase run at the second part of the track. Finish. Wow.
Yeah, Callum Allenby putting on a clinic there as always. I think obviously Callum lost pretty much all of his practice to the crank pulley delamination problem. So I think he's definitely trying to make up for lost time, and he's back with a vengeance.
Oh no! Oh no!
I need to know the names of...
So here we go, second part of the run. We got Callum in the chase this time, Alex in the lead. All Callum has to do is make it around, but he is pushing hard. Nice transition into Lunar. Nice slowing down by both drivers, and Callum slowing down just before to make it right. Gets in the pocket, and now onto Lunar. A little bit of an adjustment, but he's still right there. Still onto the door of Alex Williams, all the way to the finish line. Who is moving to the final? Both very young drivers. Alex with his plan F into competition. Who knows?
I think it's more like his plan Alpha 62 subsection 1.
Yeah. And the winner is Callum Allenby. takes the win and moves on to the final.
Mr. Consistent Callum Allenby doing what he does again. I think that opposite drift from Alex cost him delay, unfortunately, but hey, he is going to battle for third and fourth, is Alex, so no one can take it away from him. That's a hell of a lot to do in a borrowed car.
Hey, there's still third and fourth playoff. He could still get on the podium, you know.
Absolutely. So I think he's definitely flying with how he is today. And you know, I think he came in with his confidence knocked. Obviously, it's never fun when you can't use your own car. But I think he did an amazing job. And well, I think he's got one more to do, and maybe he take home some silverware. So, ladies and gentlemen, just while we are waiting for our next set of competitors, I should give a very, very quick shout out to one of our new sponsors this year and the people who are very, very kindly presenting the winning prizes for the competitors for us this season. That is Pabra and the boys at PO Performance. They have all your competition needs parts, ladies and gentlemen. If you need an angle kit, you need an adapter plate, you need a hydro, please go and have a chat with Pabra.
Everything. Whatever you want to build, they will make it happen for you. They are so awesome, guys. They do some cool stuff. Something you got to watch.
I'm also fairly positive if you need one, Pabra will source you a kitchen sink. Yeah, no, absolutely. We're really happy to have the guys at PL on board this year. Thank you so much for everything you guys do for drifting. And yeah, really, really cool parts. They'll sell you a plate to put any gearbox behind any engine and any chassis. If that's your bag, they'll sell you a really nice lot of kit, especially if you've got a BMW. Make sure you check those guys out, check out the store, see the cool stuff they've got on offer, and spend a little bit of that hard-earned cash. And obviously while you're there, why not visit the guys in our trade village? Why not visit Titan Wolf Prints? Everyone's got cool pictures that they want to see on their wall. Like, I don't know about you, but I take a lot of pictures on my phone. I mean, they're mainly of like boring stuff like order numbers and things like that. But you know, every so often I get a really nice photo. Like, you know, when I was here in October, Titan Wolf were there, and I got some really nice metal prints of photographs of my dog. You know, I didn't think to myself, oh hey, I'll have pictures of my car. I thought, what will the wife be happy with me hanging up in the house?
A picture of your dog.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. I get it.
Dog's a dog, innit?
Why couldn't have been a picture of a dog on top of your car? I'd have to have a running car for that. Oh, okay, that's okay, fair enough.
But yeah, make sure you hit the guys at Titan Wolf. If you've got any picture you're proud of and you want to immortalise it on an actual printed metal plate, those are the guys to speak to. And of course, we're all big kids here, that's why we do drift, that's why we're in a motorsport. Why don't you pick yourself up some crazy Hot Wheels? Everyone likes collecting Hot Wheels. Do you know, I literally just gave all my Hot Wheels away.
What?
I didn't have anywhere to put them and they were getting damp in my garage.
On the wall?
I don't have any walls, they're full of pictures of my dog.
I guess you like your dog very much.
Yeah, bless her, she's cute.
Alright then, we have our next top 4 battle.
Is this our next top 4? It is our next top 4 battle, yes, it is, yes, of course, sorry, my bad, I'm getting crossed up. Yes, so we've got Kieran taking on those spray. He's got a fist out there now, he's confident.
He is happy, and we got Kieran Bond. I mean, let's talk about the cheapest weekend out there, right? I mean,
he's probably on the same set of tyres he turned up on.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
He's going to drive home on those.
If that was a road car, that would complete the deal. It would be like the cherry on top. Amazing.
You know what, that would actually, I'd happily park that up indoors at Fitted UK or something. It's a fabulous looking thing.
It is absolutely beautiful. And the amount of driving is done, and the car still looks spot on.
Yeah, there isn't a scratch on it.
Amazing. Amazing. And it's not like he's not pushing, right?
Maybe Max Fleckley's got special deal on paint protection film for him.
Like magnets in the body or something that pushes car away, like, or attracts them.
Or it's like reflective paint maybe, like it just pushes the car away from it.
2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4.
So we'll get these guys burnt up, and then we'll be able to podium.
So are we going to have an E46 S14 battle in the final, or are we going to have two S14 battles in the final?
I'm keen for a bit of S14 and S14 violence, but obviously, I mean, you can't knock how Kieran Bond's been driving with.
I would really like to see what Kieran does against him. At one point, and he's got a lot of power, so be very interested. But we're not deciding. The guys on the track right now are going to make the decision for us. We got Kieran Bond in the lead and Rob Spray in the chase. And we send them off. Kieran is leaving the line like a man possessed. He's absolutely flying in. Rob is absolutely wheel spinning all the way through the start line, so he lost a lot of proximity there. But he catches on through into zone 2. Kieran is always on the same lap. It's like walking a into Robinson. On the perfect line, Rob is trying to catch on. He does everything he can, but Kieran is absolutely on rails. So fast, so fluid, and on the perfect line every lap. Wow!
It just shouldn't work that well, should it?
He shouldn't be this consistent. It shouldn't, but he is making it absolutely banging.
I mean, anybody who claims that you need to buy a monster build or build a monster car to compete, they're talking out of their backside, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's your proof. You need nothing but skills, speed, and an E46 stock car.
And a whole lot of style.
I think the style will come later on. I think now he's doing everything he can to keep it.
I'm not about drifting style, man. You got to realize a whole lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's definitely another 20%. Absolutely. But now, here we go. We are switching them around. We've got Rob Spray in the lead and Kieran Bond ahead of Rob Spray somehow. Initiating into first corner. He's right onto the door. He is not letting Rob get away from his chance to go onto the top step on the podium. He's backing his door in. He's on the bumper. He's not letting him go. He wants his chance to win the event. Kieran is flying in. He's on the door and Rob has 3 times the power and he's not going away from him. Smoke, speed, nothing phases Kieran on. What a driver. 3 sisters, why are you quiet? Make some noise!
I would not want to be on the other side of this lorry right now, Mr. Kaziz. Let me tell you that for nothing.
Wow. Wow. So, who's going to be the winner? Who's going into the final? It is Kieran Bond goes to the final against Canning Island B, and we're going to see Rob Spray back against Alex Williams in the 3rd and 4th playoff.
Well, I mean, that really puts paid to the idea that you need 1 million horsepower to drift. What you need, ladies and gentlemen, is plenty of seat time and a good chassis.
Josh, and go put your radio mic. Two, 1, 2, yay! We're back. I'm not going to guarantee it's going to work all the way over there, but we'll try. Whoa, 1 second.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick FYI, this is just for our podium sale, so I just want to make sure that we take you guys along with us. We are going to do the podium on the track, that has been decided, so please stick around. It's really cool when we have a big crowd of folks ready to watch the drivers accept their silverware.
What do you mean? There's no opportunity, there's no chance, there's no decision there. Everyone on the bank, you are not going away after these 2 battles. You are going to stay and you're going to cheer on the drivers that you've been cheering on. They are well deserving it, especially with the type of drivers we've had. And we want to find out who got the hard charger for today, because somebody's going to get it. So let's find out.
Can we not put the cars on
competition event in a very long time.
You keep saying borrowed car. I feel like after today it's not going to be a borrowed car anymore.
He's definitely going to buy it.
But do you know what's going to happen? He's going to buy it, and then DSR's going to buy it. And then it'll be Okay, so we are here. This is the third and fourth playoff. We're gonna watch Alex Williams roll his tires and Rob Spray. And who's gonna be the 14 that's gonna get on the bottom step of the podium?
I can guarantee you it will be an S14 that wins.
I can guarantee to you that too.
And I can guarantee you we'll have at least 2 S14s on the podium.
Well done. Good math there, Harry. Well done, bro. So here we go. Alex Williams in the lead due to this higher qualifying score, and Rob Spray in the chase.
We are just ready to comes up from the start line, Marshall Dale, and then we will get third and fourth place battle rocking and rolling.
We're leaving. Rob Spray leaving the line before Alex. He's getting all the run up. Oh, almost contact on entry, but that is fine. They're still out there. Alex Williams drops a wheel in the dirt. Rob Spray takes advantage, gets on his door and keeps the proximity. Now transition on the Manji. Oh, Alex built up a bit of a gap there. And Rob is making his way to close that proximity back again. And he's going to be on the door through Luna. Can he keep it behind Alex? Absolutely. Look at that. Tapping doors all the way to the finish. That's what we wanted to see.
Can you honestly believe Alex wasn't even going to come to this event?
Oh, I'm glad he did. I'm very much glad he did.
There'll definitely be some good content on his Instagram tonight. I can see a few people filming for him on his behalf, so I think Alex is definitely feeling proud of himself right now, as he should. He's got every right to be.
Definitely should.
Obviously, please make sure you give Alex a follow at Alex Williams Drifting. Obviously, Alex has had a ton of hardship this year. Obviously, it's pretty common knowledge that he did actually treat himself to Oliver Evans' DMEC winning S15.
That was heartbreaking.
Yeah, and a very unfortunate end in the HP Works fire. He dragged out the pink S14, or Project Phoenix, as I've started referring to it, because it rose from the ashes.
Anyway, ready to send them off again. So we've got Rob Spray in the lead now. Is there going to be a little bit of contact? Oh, Alex initiating before Rob. That's insane. Staying on track. Rob does a better lead line. Oh my God, Alex makes a huge dive. Makes it work. Keeps the proximity through there. Transition. Rob Spray in the wrong place. Alex Williams goes absolutely balls in. That was incredible. All the way through. They had the biggest contact we've seen all weekend, and somehow they're staying out there. They're flying through. Whoa! Massive round of applause for your drivers!
Yogi, I'm not being funny, but you watch FD, right, and the driver's wheels brush another car, and he goes straight off the fields.
Yeah, white flag, and here he just kept on it.
Yeah, he got hit so hard he could put a whiplash claim in and just carried on.
I mean, let's talk about one thing, though. If he pushed him and he pushed him to the right place, that surely means he was in the wrong place, no?
Oh, good question. Could you not consider it professional assistance?
Professional assistance, I like that. Guiding to the right place. Hey bro, you're in the wrong line. We can just give you a note. Friendly nudge, just get you there. I agree.
So I'm just waiting on the judges to give me a nod and tell us we have a decision, and then ladies and gentlemen, we can run the final. We're not going to tell you who won that.
No, we're not.
I'm afraid. I can see Alex's mum down there looking very, very pensive. I can see Amy down there absolutely cock-a-hoop about what's just gone on. I'm afraid, guys, you're going to have to wait another 5-10 minutes. We'll announce it at the podium.
Oh, there's some vulgar language there. Harry, they're not liking that decision and you're not telling them.
I'm not. They won't even tell me. They're just going to give me the nod.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, technically they are already past the finish line, so I think the nod is already decided. There is a decision, but we just don't know. We don't know.
Okay, we have a decision, and that's all you're getting. Right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have a decision.
Thumbs up.
Is she? Look like the wrong digit.
Thumbs up, yeah.
You'll have to stick around for the podium if you want to find out who's who there. One thing I can guarantee is it's going to be an S-body.
And now, it's guaranteed to be fireworks. This is going to be insane. One of the fastest drivers, most consistent driver out there in a stock car versus one of the most consistent drivers out there, one of the fastest drivers out there with twice the power, well, almost twice the power, and I'm going to say more experience than that, you know.
Like now, this is the thing. Now, Kieran Bond has a lot of experience, but it's only a couple of tracks, whereas Callum, pardon me,
has been driving a lot of races, and he's got more experience, he's driving for longer, but I feel like there's something in Kieran that's giving him a fair advantage, and I'm not sure what it is, if it's past racing experience or something else before, or simulator, right? There's got to be something.
Performance enhancers.
Right? I don't know, man. It's got to be something. I don't want to believe that it's just...
Maybe he's got like a cyborg eye that he's not telling anybody about.
Ooh. Some assist in the car.
It's driven by AI.
It's driven by AI. But we don't care.
We sat in the driver's seat.
We just don't care because it looks epic and it's amazing. So we're going to figure it out.
So they're coming up to the burnout box, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get these tyres nice and warm, and then we're going to send them for the final. Now, as these cars come past, ladies and gentlemen, I am expecting a big cheer from the crowd. And if I don't get a big cheer, I'm going to go home very disappointed. Something else you've got to consider as well is you've got a 17-inch tyre on the E46 and an 18 on the S14, so...
Yeah, but that would be balancing with the power, so kind of power to grip ratio is going to be fairly similar.
That is a very good point. That is a very good point. Well, it's for all the marbles now, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's get this show on the road.
Here we go. We got Kieran in the lead and Callum in the chase. Well, it's our final, guys. Make some noise for the drivers. Kieran in the lead. Callum is pushing him around through first corner on his door, transitioning around. Ooh, Callum drops a wheel and loses a little bit of a proximity there, but he's catching on straight into first. Wow, pushing him around through. Yes, Callum and Kieran are doing an epic job to give you guys what is going to look like. Through Luna, absolutely flying through. Best battle we've seen so far. Make some noise, my sisters.
You call that noise? Try again.
I can hear that bit.
I can hear that a little bit. I'm still not very happy with it. I want a better one when it comes past the next time.
Three sisters, make some noise. It's basically they want me to shout, so they shout. So I get that now.
Match their energy. Everyone on the live stream is getting ready to die.
Right, what a battle that was. Now the question is, what can Kieran do, right? So let's say there's a bit of a mistake by Callum.
What? For the end?
Callum dropped the wheel. So there's a lot to play with. It's not sure thing.
Then yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. So now, here we go. Oh, Kieran is making a big dive. He's initiating right onto the door. He's not as close as... Oh, diving into zone 2. I scrapped what I said. He is right there where he needs to be. Transitioning around into the last transition. What an amazing driver. I am absolutely speechless. I do not know how Kieran's doing it, but he's keeping up with those boys like nothing. Through the last corner, Callum a bit more pace, but wow! Three sisters, that may have been the last round. I want T-side to hear you. I want Driftline to hear you. I want everyone to hear you. Three sisters, make some noise for your drivers! Wow, how is he doing that? I think I agree with you. There's got to be like a cyborg eye in there or some like targeting system. He's just like, he's a robot, man.
He's just uploaded the line into his brain.
Wow.
Absolutely fantastic. So the judges are just reviewing the tape to make sure that they've got the right decision.
I think, I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
This is a strange bit. So yes, we're allowed noise today, but people complain. Oh, they shouldn't have been explanation. I know. And this is the thing. To be honest with you, though, to be honest. Sorry, George. Alex. Sorry, Anthony. Alex. To be honest, though, he's my neighbour. She knew I was up here, so even if she can't hear it,
They're all a bunch of curtain switches, aren't they?
she'll send it just to take the piss.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just like, yeah, alright. Yeah, we've had it.
They're just curtain switches, aren't they? The noise is distracting them from their spreadsheet and good rendering.
No, she's listen, she's actually alright. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. To be honest with you, it's like she even knows I do this because I've stood there before now. You know, in the bike spinner, and I've looked at her and spoken to her.
So do we have a decision? I hope you guys haven't stepped up yet because we don't know yet. They might be running again. We don't know if it is a one more time. There's a big chance there is.
There are three very sweaty men crowded around a laptop watching and rewatching the live stream.
Trying to figure out who's going to be the winner of round 1 class 2 event. And remember guys, this is only round 1. We've got a whole season ahead of us. And we're going to go all the way around the country to crown a new champion of 2025. It's going to be a season that we've never seen before for Drift League, and I have no doubt we're going to step up in every way. This is going to be sick.
I don't think you need ties at 200.
And you know it's been close, Harry, because, like, we're still talking. Do we have a decision? We have a decision. Let's head for the podium.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it is now mine and Yogi's pleasure to welcome you guys onto the track for the first podium of 2025. Come and meet us down there. Come and see the drivers. Come and congratulate them, because my God, was there some incredible piloting today. So, I'm going to stay up on the commentary tower now. You will only hear from me if something's gone horribly wrong with the microphone. I'm going to hand this over to Mr. Yogi.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to be abundantly clear, I can see a lot of you walking towards me. If you want to go to the podium is trackside. There is a giant gate by the first tent. You'll see it. It's very obvious. It's a great big thing made of mesh. Stand there. Our marshals will let you on at the appropriate moment. Don't be running around just looking for it. That's where it is. Would I ever like you? Yogi, can you please give me a wave? Hello, hello. Oh, it's still working. I'm so happy. So this was a bit of a test. We were supposed to announce it from the tower, but I kind of wanted to get involved with the drivers and with you guys. So, you definitely need to come onto the track and join the celebratory because, oh my God, what a driving final. Hey, well done, guys. Well, oh my God. Well done, Rob. And the man of the hour. I don't know if it's the hour or the week or I don't know if I am ever gonna see this. Kieran, how you doing, bro?
Buzzing. Only came here just to like try it
and kind of qualify.
I never here.
And then we start qualifying.
Okay, and my stand-up 2 liter.
Standard 2 liter, man. You're proving to everyone out there on the stream and everything that what do you not need?
A couple.
Honestly, man, standard car, you were on pace all week. Your line is amazing. Can't wait to see it.
I don't know who's won, by the way. I have no idea. Loads of sim driving.
Before this, I've done the sim 50 laps, and it's so relatable.
So what else have you done? Do you have any other motorsport experience?
No, I only passed my test nearly 3 years ago. I never started drifting until 3 years ago.
So you've been drifting 3 years and done sim drifting, and this is the result?
Yeah, aye.
Right, guys, if you guys want to be like Kieran here, or drivers, get a sim, because they're actually really cheap, right? I just want to know, because I've seen you drive a Driftline as well. So this body kit is the same one as you had?
What is it, sorry?
The body kit is the same one?
The car's identical. I've got the Power Pie pyjama stickers on the sim car, everything.
How do you keep it so nice yet push so hard? I don't understand.
You're there.
It doesn't know, it's just luck. Okay, right. So, I think I'm going to look at my phone because I probably got... Yes, join the party, guys. Join the party. Okay, so I do... Oh, I'm very happy with this. This is pretty sick. Right, everyone join. Alex, are you turning your car off or are you kind of leave it running? You won't start up again. Don't say that to Harry, because he's going to take all day to like make fun of me. SR's for the win, right? No. I'm going to keep that mindset to myself then. Okay. I see all happy smiles. First of all, did you all enjoy yourself? That wasn't enough. Did you all enjoy yourself in round 1, class 2? Yes! We had loads of fun, so I'm just going to wait for... Am I waiting for anything? I do? For 4. And well done. I'm actually really happy with that. Yeah. Should I start with that? Okay. Give me that, please. I mean, that's very cool. You know, have the bolts and everything. So, for you guys to know, this is the PO handbrake, PO Performance, and they are the title sponsor for the championship this year. It's quite a good, useful bit of kit, and it goes to our, basically, we're going to call it a hard charger of the day. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that, but I'm going to call it that way because 100% supply, the best chase run. He has driven the car like a crazy possessed man, and I want to congratulate this man for his amazing achievement for his first ever competition here. Give a huge round of applause for Harry Cunliffe! What a driver! Absolutely insane. Absolutely well done, bro. I can't wait. Can't wait to see this little man. And I won't say little anymore, but what a driver. Tons of seat time, tons of sim, and look at the results. Seriously, amazing. Now we move on to the podium. And I'm going to step away after we announce the first. Start with third place. So in third place, I want everyone to give a huge round of applause for Lowski! Woo! I love the fact that the guys already set up the champagne as well. It's ready to go. I love that. Okay, so now obviously this is the hard part for me because I do like building the anticipation for first place. I'm going to announce second place. So should I announce second place or first place first? Second, okay. So a huge round of applause for a driver that hasn't done a lot of practice. The car broke down, he's gone back, gone to qualifying, and go all the way to the end. Huge round of applause for Kieran! And that leaves one place. And I actually can't believe I'm saying this, but the man is possessed. He is an insane blind driver. He is the best chase driver we've seen today in a stock N54 car. A huge round of applause for Kieran! Yeah! How could you do that? You blew our minds apart. Huge, amazing round of applause. Taking pictures, guys. I want a picture with you guys as well. Yeah, good. Wait. Can you do me one? Can you do me one? Can I have one, guy? Before you open your champagnes, can you look at me? Hello, can you look at me? And now, celebrating champagne, gone! Your round one, class 2 podium! Massive round of applause for your drivers! Oh, wow, how do I finish? We're not finished! We got tomorrow, class 1. This is going to be insane. So huge thanks to all our partners for Drift League that have supported this year, especially PO Performance with the crazy checks. And for the rest of you guys, I hope you guys are going to be here tomorrow. It's going to be an epic day. We're going to see Class 1 drivers. And feel free to congratulate your drivers because they've done an amazing job. See you guys tomorrow.